Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and in my soy boy garb today, which I've been making a few jokes on social media about it, nonsensical, you know, bollocks basically, and funny enough, I actually quite like wearing beanies completely wrong. I just wish I could actually grow a beard, and then I'd be like a proto-hipster, do you know what I mean, or yeah, anyway, what the hell am I talking about? So we've got another beer review, of course, and it's from Mikkeller. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail and the descriptions. I don't know why I always seem to introduce a beer when you can clearly tell what the beer is before you get into it. And I think this is something of a classic and one of the beers that sort of put Mikkeller on the map, although, yeah, their Beer Geek series pretty much did that. But yeah, I heard a lot about this one, and the label is pretty iconic in its own right. So we're having a look at the porter, which that's all it tells you about it, to be honest. 8% ABV, so it's more of like an imperial porter. But fantastic Keith Shot artwork, as per usual. Fantastic stuff. I'm not sure if there's any like special ingredients in this one, or if it's just you know, a high ABV porter. But yeah, really quite interested to try this one, because, you know, the artwork alone is something that I've become fairly familiar with. But yeah, best before date is the 23rd of the 10th, 2021. I did actually intend on keeping hold of this one. I mean, I've still got another bottle of the, well, I got one bottle because this is from the Mikkeller Beer Mail. Referral link down below if anyone's interested, I don't know. But yes, I've got a bottle of the Beer Geek, just think it's the regular Beer Geek, which I really want to hold on to, but I know I won't be able to, but I don't want to just drink it. But I'm going on a little bit of a hangout with some Canadian chaps in a little bit. Well, I think they're already live now, so I thought it's Saturday, well, Sunday morning as I'm recording this, so why not have a few beers? So there we go. Not too much smoke on that, and oh god, that's it's like got that sort of like oil slick, but then it's carbonated. I mean, it's not like you're glugging out of the bottle, but it certainly looks a little heavier than I thought it would be. But beer in a glass, and yeah, that's not jet black. That's like a really nice sort of reddish oaky tone to it. Very dense though. You can't really see too much light into it. There's not enough strong concentrated light source for me to look properly. But beer poured with about one finger's worth of, I don't know, it's got this sort of like reddy brown look to it. Almost like creamy head, like khaki creamy head. But yeah, it certainly looks really nice and inviting. So we shall see what we get on the aroma. I should have gone like super duper mega hipster and got a wine glass, but oh well. Look at that, what my cute little ear poking out. Utter nonsense, absolute utter nonsense. Ooh, that's really nice though on the nose. It's got that really big hit of like a molasses that maybe just singed a tiny bit. Like the burnt end of like a sponge cake. A little bit of chocolate, big like coffee tones in there. Almost like a macchiato, almost. No booziness at all. You get nothing from that 8% ABV. But nice, rich, toasty, just sweet enough without getting too sickly sweet. That smells absolutely wonderful. You're getting like sort of like slightly sweet cake gingerbread spices in there as well. Smells wonderful. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Wow. That's absolutely lovely. And do you know what the best thing about it is? Really simple. It's a really, really simple, robust, flavoursome porter. You know, we're in that day and age now, which I'm, all for. I love the creativity and experimental side of craft brewing. But you know, the likes of like Omnipio, who are like putting all these like big additives and like flavorings into their like big like sticky stouts. And I think we've started to sort of like lose track of just like a porter, a stout. Granted, this is an imperial strength porter, but there's like no left field flavours in there. It's what you want from the style. Don't know what happened to my voice then. It's very classic. Got this lovely sort of like melted dark chocolate sort of character to it. Very prickly carbonation as well, actually. It's not too heavy, not too thick, not too thin. A little bit sticky. There's like a big char character in this one, especially on that back end. Lovely sort of like earthy hop bitterness as well. I'm getting like a big peppery vibe also, so it's got this sort of like sweet savoury element to it, but it all just works. The 8% ABV, masked completely, aside from like maybe a slight warmth as it's going down. Yeah, that's really it. It's just a very simple, classic beer in that sense. And I could definitely see why a beer like this is very popular. It's got that like Baltic porter sort of character to it. Reminds me of Inselbräu or Inselbrau in Germany. They did an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous Baltic porter. That's what it sort of reminded me of. I don't think there is any in this, but I'm getting like a slight chili heat on the back end as well. That's a very intriguing beer indeed. It's classic, but you know, it does, even though I've just made point after point saying I love the simplicity of it, the more like the beer settles and the more I'm drinking it, little characters are coming out to play. It's a really, really robust, bold beer, and highly, highly recommended if you just wanted a good, strong porter. So in terms of a rating then, getting slight berry tones in there as well now. It's one of those ones where if you were to really analyse it, every sip, new characters will come into play. But yeah, that's absolutely lovely. In terms of rating, I'm going to give that one a 9 out of 10. If it had just maybe a tiny bit more body to it, then it would probably get a 10 out of 10. It's really nice and bold, but my own personal preference, I'd like that like added sense of luxury with a bit more of a bolder body, but you know, the imperial stouts that they do would encompass that, I suppose. But yeah, that's fantastic stuff. Another, yeah, they've hit it out of the park once again, as if you wouldn't expect that, and beer's spilling down the label, which is going to ruin it, but oh well. Anyway, if you've tried this one, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of Mikkeller? Are you a fan of their porters? What's some of your favourites? Give me recommendations for me to pick up. Of course, as you can tell by the channel, I've done a hell of a lot of Mikkeller beer reviews since I've been getting the beer mails, which highly recommended you give them a go, give them a try once. And if you are interested, my referral link is down below. Helps me out and it gets you a little bit of a discount. Can't really say too much more than that. And yeah, every beer that I've had from Mikkeller has just been fantastic. It genuinely has. They seem to be picking, even for like the beer mail, which is like the lower tier than their beer club, which has some like proper whales in there, which I might one day get one of those boxes because there's some really intriguing stuff. But you know, even for some of the more popular and established beers that they put in the box, it's never dull. And yeah, that's it really. I don't want to turn this into a marketing campaign, even though I'm making myself more advertiser friendly with my soy boy appearance. So yeah, 9 out of 10. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If any friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, their links will be down below as well. Look at that, we've even got like the curl at the back. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, check out my Mikkeller playlist, check out my porter playlist, and more importantly, I hope you'll join me next time for another Soy Boy Clueless Drinker beer review. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.